Do you ever finish a long day of work or study and feel like your brain is wrapped in fog? Like you're trying to think through thick honey? What if I told you that 15 simple daily habits could make your brain sharper, faster, and more energetic? Welcome to Artificial Fluency. I'm your teacher, and today we're exploring how to boost your brain power while learning essential English vocabulary. These aren't complicated scientific theories, they're simple actions you can start today. Here's what's exciting. As you learn these brain-boosting habits, you're also training your brain by learning English. It's a double benefit, improving your mind while improving your language. Let's start with a simple question. What did you have for breakfast? If you said nothing or just coffee, your brain is already running on empty. Let's fix that together. Let's begin with 3 habits that transform your focus and energy. Habit 1, the 90-minute rule. Your brain isn't designed for marathon work sessions. It works in cycles, like waves in the ocean. Key vocabulary. Rhythm, a pattern that repeats. Work in a rhythm. Focus, then rest. Focus, then rest. Here's the science. Your brain focuses best for about 90 minutes. After that, it needs a break. Fighting this natural rhythm is like swimming against the current, exhausting and ineffective. Try this. Set a timer for 90 minutes. Focus on one task, not 5. Take a 15-minute break. Repeat. Common mistake. I worked 5 hours straight. That's not productive. That's exhausting your brain. Better approach? I worked in 90-minute blocks with breaks. Habit 2. Morning sunlight. This sounds too simple to work, but it's powerful. Stand outside for 5 to 10 minutes each morning. No sunglasses, no phone, just you and natural light. Why it works? Sunlight tells your brain, wake up. Sets your sleep-wake cycle. Boost your mood naturally. Costs? Nothing. Useful phrases. I need to catch some sun. Let me step outside for fresh air. Morning light helps me wake up. These tips are already changing how you think about your brain, right? If you're learning something valuable, hit that like button and subscribe. Comment below. What time do you usually see sunlight? Habit 3. The morning walk. Before checking emails or social media, take a 10-minute walk. No headphones, no distractions. Vocabulary. Mental fog, when thinking feels unclear. A morning walk clears mental fog. Creative mode, when your brain makes new connections. Walking puts your brain in creative mode. During your walk, your brain does amazing things. It processes yesterday's information, prepares for today's challenges, reduces stress hormones, and increases creative thinking. Grammar point. Present simple for habits. I walk every morning, not I am walking. Sunlight helps me think, not is helping. Your brain is like a car engine. It needs the right fuel to run well. Habit 4. Brain food choices. Heavy meals make you sleepy. Light, nutritious meals keep you sharp. Brain-boosting foods, blueberries, memory improvement, nuts, sustained energy, fish, omega-3 for brain health, dark chocolate, yes, really, in small amounts. Avoid brain-draining foods, heavy fried foods, too much sugar, processed snacks, energy drinks. Temporary boost, big crash. Vocabulary. Sustained energy, Energy that lasts. Nuts provide sustained energy, not quick crashes. Brain drain. Something that reduces mental energy. That heavy lunch was a real brain drain. Habit 5. Mindful eating. Eat without distractions. No phone, no TV, just you and your food. Benefits. Better digestion. Notice when you're full. Actually taste your food. Reduce stress. Key phrase, mindful, paying full attention. Be mindful of what you eat and how you eat. Common mistake, I'm watching TV while eating. This leads to overeating and poor digestion. Habit 6, the power nap. A 20-minute nap is like pressing reset on your brain. Important, 20 minutes, not 2 hours. 20 minutes equals refreshed. 2 hours equals groggy and confused. Vocabulary. Sweet spot. The perfect point. 20 minutes is the sweet spot for naps. Recharge. Restore energy. A short nap recharges your brain. Your phone might be making your brain lazy. Let's fix that. Habit 7. Digital fasting. Create phone-free time zones in your day. Try this. First hour of morning, no phone. During meals, no phone. Last hour before bed, no phone. Vocabulary. Dopamine hit. Quick pleasure burst. Every notification gives a small dopamine hit. Rewire. Change brain patterns. Digital fasting rewires your brain for focus. Habit 8. Silent mornings. Start your day in silence. No music, no podcasts, no news. Why? Your prefrontal cortex, thinking brain, needs quiet to activate properly. Benefits: clearer thinking, better decision-making, less anxiety, more creativity. Useful expressions. I need some quiet time. Let me think in silence. Morning quiet helps me focus. Halfway through. Still with me? You're doing great. Subscribe if these brain tips are helping you learn English better. What's your biggest digital distraction? Tell me in the comments. Habit 9. The brain dump. Before bed, write everything on your mind in a notebook. Vocabulary. Brain dump. Emptying thoughts onto paper. A nightly brain dump helps me sleep. Open loops. Unfinished mental tasks. Close open loops by writing them down. This works because your brain stops trying to remember. You sleep better. Solutions often appear overnight. A learning brain is a healthy brain. Let's activate yours. Habit 10. Curiosity bursts. Spend 5 minutes daily exploring one random question. Examples: why is the sky blue? How do airplanes fly? Why do we yawn? Vocabulary. Curiosity. Desire to learn. Curiosity keeps your brain young. Random. Without pattern. Random learning is surprisingly effective. Habit 11. The teach-back method. Explain what you learned to someone or yourself in the mirror. Key phrase. Let me explain it simply. This forces your brain to organize information, find simple words, check understanding, remember better. For English learners, after learning new words, teach them to someone. Habit 12, Curiosity Hour. Set aside time to learn something just for fun, not for work, not for exams, pure enjoyment. Benefits: reduces stress, improves memory, increases creativity, makes you interesting. Grammar tip: gerunds after enjoy. I enjoy learning new things, not to learn. She loves reading about history, not to read. Your emotional health directly affects your brain power. Habit 13, real conversations. Have one face-to-face conversation daily. Not texting, real talking. This releases oxytocin, the connection chemical that reduces stress, improves mood, sharpens thinking, builds relationships. Vocabulary: face-to-face, in person. Face-to-face talks beat texting. Connection, meaningful link with others. Human connection feeds the brain. Habit 14, gratitude practice. Write 3 things you're thankful for each night. Simple format. I'm grateful for. I appreciate. I'm thankful that. This literally changes your brain to notice more positive things. Habit 15, the one problem journal. Write 1 problem before bed. Don't try to solve it, just write it. Your sleeping brain will work on it. Often, you'll wake up with ideas. Vocabulary: subconscious, the part of mind you're not aware of. Your subconscious solves problems while you sleep. Let's create your personal brain boost plan. Choose 3 habits to start this week. Morning, pick 1. 5 minutes of sunlight, 10-minute walk, silent start. Afternoon, pick 1. 90-minute work blocks, 20-minute nap, mindful lunch. Evening, pick 1. Brain dump journal, gratitude list, digital sunset. Remember these key phrases. I'm training my brain. Small habits, big changes. Progress, not perfection. Every day, a little better. Common mistakes to avoid. Trying all 15 habits at once? Overwhelming. Giving up after one bad day? Everyone slips. Expecting instant results. Brains change slowly. Your homework: choose 1 habit. Do it for 7 days. Notice the difference. Final vocabulary review. Rhythm, repeated pattern. Mindful, fully aware. Mental fog, unclear thinking. Recharge, restore energy. Curiosity, desire to learn. Gratitude, thankfulness. Thank you for these 60 minutes of brain-boosting English practice. Your brain has been working hard, learning English while learning about itself. These habits aren't just theory, they're scientifically proven. Start small, be consistent, and watch your brain transform. If these brain-boosting tips helped you learn English better, share this with someone who needs a mental boost. Subscribe for more lessons that improve your English and your life. Comment your commitment. Which one habit will you start tomorrow? Remember, your brain isn't lazy or broken. It just needs the right care. Feed it well, rest it properly, challenge it daily, and it will amaze you. This is Artificial Fluency, reminding you that learning English is one of the best brain-boosting habits of all. Every new word grows your brain. Every practice session builds new connections. Keep learning, keep growing, keep boosting that amazing brain of yours.
Quick question. What time did you wake up this morning? Now, here's the real question. What did you actually accomplish before lunch? If you're like most people, you probably checked your phone, answered some messages, maybe watched a video or two, and suddenly it was noon. Sound familiar? Here's the crazy part. You were busy the whole morning, but what did you really do? Today, I'm going to teach you English phrases and vocabulary about time management, but more importantly, I'll show you why being busy and being productive are completely different things. Welcome to Artificial Fluency. I'm your teacher for today's special lesson, where we're tackling two things at once: improving your English and fixing that feeling of, where did my day go? Let's dive in. Let me teach you a really useful phrase in English. Spinning your wheels. When a car is stuck in mud, the wheels spin and spin, but the car doesn't move forward. That's what we call spinning your wheels. Lots of action, no progress. Here's how you use it. I was spinning my wheels all day with emails. Or, stop spinning your wheels and focus on what matters. Now, why do we spin our wheels? Let me tell you what most people get wrong. They think they need more time. If only I had more hours in the day. But that's not true. Let me prove it to you. Think about the day before a vacation. Suddenly, you can finish a week's worth of work in one day. Why? Because you have a deadline. Because you're focused. Because you're not distracted. The problem isn't time. It's attention. Let me teach you this important distinction. I don't have time really means it's not my priority. I'm too busy really means I'm not organized. I forgot really means it wasn't important to me. Harsh? Maybe. True? Absolutely. Here's a grammar point for you. Notice how I used really means to explain the true meaning? This is a great structure for clarifying in English. When I say X, I really mean Y. That really means. What this really means is, you can use this in any conversation to explain yourself better. Now, let's learn the most important concept about time. Ready? Time is energy. Let me explain with an example. You have 8 hours of work time, but your energy is different throughout the day. In the morning, you might have 100% energy. By afternoon, maybe 60%. By evening, perhaps 30%. So here's the key question. What are you doing with your 100% energy time? Most people waste it. They check social media, read news, answer easy emails. Then, when their energy is low, they try to do important work. No wonder they feel exhausted and unproductive. Let's learn some vocabulary about energy levels. Peak hours, your best energy time. Example, my peak hours are from 9 to 11 a.m. Energy drain, something that takes your energy away. Example, social media is a real energy drain for me. Recharge, to get energy back. Example, I need to recharge with a short walk. Here's a practical tip with English practice. Every morning, ask yourself this question out loud in English. What's my most important task today? Not tasks, task. Singular, one thing. Then say, I will do this during my peak hours. This simple practice improves your English and your productivity. By the way, if you're finding this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe. I create lessons like this every week to help you master English while learning useful life skills. Drop a comment. What time of day do you have the most energy? Now, let me teach you about the power of saying no.
Here's something interesting about English culture. People often feel bad saying no directly, so we have many polite ways to say it. Let me teach you some. Direct but polite. I'm sorry, I can't commit to that. Unfortunately, that doesn't work for me. I wish I could, but I can't. Softer refusals. Let me check my schedule and get back to you. This gives you time to think. I'm not the best person for this. My plate is full right now. This means you're too busy. Professional ways. I need to prioritize other commitments. That's outside my bandwidth right now. Bandwidth means capacity. I'm at capacity this week. But here's the important lesson. Every time you say yes to something small, you say no to something big. Let me give you an example. You say yes to checking Facebook for just 5 minutes. You say no to reading that English article. You say yes to a meeting that could be an email. You say no to deep work. You say yes to staying up late watching TV. You say no to waking up fresh tomorrow. Notice the grammar pattern here. You say yes to X. You say no to Y. This is a great way to show consequences in English. Try making your own sentences with this pattern. Here's a cultural note. In many English-speaking countries, saying no politely but firmly is respected. People prefer honest no over false yes. Remember this when you're in international settings. Let me teach you a game-changing concept, the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro is Italian for tomato. The inventor used a tomato-shaped timer. Here's how it works. Work for 25 minutes. Take a 5-minute break. Repeat 4 times. Take a longer break, 15 to 30 minutes. But let's learn the English you need to talk about this. Time block, a scheduled period for specific work. I have a 2-hour time block for studying English. Break it down. Divide into smaller parts. Let's break down this project into smaller tasks. Chunk, a small piece of something bigger. I study English in 30-minute chunks. Batch,
Group similar tasks together. I batch all my emails into one time slot. Here's a common mistake English learners make. They say, I will study English 2 hours tomorrow. But native speakers more often say, I'll study English for 2 hours tomorrow. Don't forget that for when talking about duration. Another tip, use present continuous for scheduled future activities. I'm studying English at 3 p.m. It's planned. I'm meeting my tutor tomorrow. It's arranged. This sounds more natural than I will study for planned activities. Let me give you a practical example. Instead of saying, I'll improve my English, try this. I'm practicing English for 25 minutes every morning at 8 a.m. See how specific that is? Specific plans become real actions.
Now, let's talk about routines. But first, let me clear up some confusion about this word. Routine, as a noun, means your regular pattern of doing things. Routine, as an adjective, means ordinary or boring. These are different. Having a routine, noun, doesn't make your life routine, adjective. In fact, it's the opposite. Let me teach you phrases about routines. Morning routine phrases. I start my day with, first thing in the morning, my morning ritual includes, I never skip my morning. Evening routine phrases. I wind down by, wind down means relax. Before bed, I always, my evening routine helps me. I end my day with. Here's a grammar tip. When describing routines, we use present simple. I wake up at 6 a.m., not I am waking up. I check my emails after breakfast, not I am checking. But here's where learners get confused. We use present continuous for temporary routines. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. this week. Temporary. I'm checking emails less often these days. Changing habit. Are you learning something new? Great! Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Comment below, what's one part of your daily routine? Write it in English for practice. Let me share a powerful routine formula with you. Host. Here's a profound truth. Your calendar doesn't lie. Where you spend your time shows your real priorities. Let's learn vocabulary about priorities. Top priority. Most important thing. Learning English is my top priority. Back burner. Low priority. Like a pot on the back of the stove. I put social media on the back burner. Make time for. Actively create time for something. I make time for English practice every day. Time sink. Something that wastes lots of time. YouTube can be a real-time sink if I'm not careful. Now, here's an exercise. Complete these sentences honestly. I spend most of my time. I wish I had more time for. I waste time on. Your answers reveal everything. If you spend most of your time on social media but wish you had time for English, there's your problem and your solution. Let me teach you a useful phrase, vote with your time. In democracies, we vote with ballots. In life, we vote with our time. Every hour is a vote for what matters to you. Here's how to use it. I'm voting with my time by practicing English daily. Common mistake alert. Don't say, I have no time. Native speakers usually say, I don't have time for that. I can't fit that in. My schedule is packed. The phrase, I have no time, sounds too dramatic in everyday English.
Let's make this real. I'm going to teach you a simple system you can start today, the 3-3-3 method.
3 hours of deep work, your important tasks. 3 hours of regular work, emails, meetings, routine tasks. 3 hours for yourself, exercise, hobbies, learning English for that matter. That's only 9 hours. You still have time for sleep, eating, and relaxing. Here's how to talk about this in English. I dedicate 3 hours to formal. I set aside 3 hours for common. I block out 3 hours for professional. Practice saying, tomorrow I'm blocking out 1 hour for English practice. Here's a fail vocabulary set about time management. Time conscious, aware of time. I'm becoming more time conscious. Deadline driven, motivated by deadlines. I work better when I'm deadline driven. Proactive versus reactive. Proactive is planning ahead. Reactive is always responding to urgencies. Say, I'm trying to be more proactive with my time. Let me leave you with this thought. Time management isn't about squeezing more into your day. It's about putting the right things in the right order. Here's your homework. 3 simple English sentences to practice every morning. What's my one important task today? When will I do it? And what will I say no to? These questions program your brain for success in English and in life. Remember these key phrases from today. Spinning your wheels, busy but not productive. Peak hours, best energy time. Make time for, actively create time. Vote with your time. Show priorities through actions. The truth is, you have the same 24 hours as everyone else. The difference? Some people use those hours intentionally. Others let those hours use them. Which will you choose? Your English improves the same way, not by finding more time, but by using your time better. Even 15 focused minutes beats 2 distracted hours. Thank you for spending these 20 valuable minutes with me. You chose to invest your time in learning, and that already makes you different from most people. If this helped you, please share it with someone who needs better English or better time management, or both. Subscribe for more lessons that teach English through real-life skills. Remember, you don't need more time. You need more focus. You don't need perfect English. You need consistent practice. This is Artificial Fluency, reminding you that every minute you invest in learning pays you back for life. See you in the next lesson, and this time, you'll be ready because you know how to manage your time. Now go make your next hour count.
Hey Alexa, what's the weather today? Okay Google, find me a restaurant nearby. ChatGPT, help me write an email. If you use any of these phrases daily, you're already living with artificial intelligence. But how much do you really understand about the technology that's reshaping our world? Today, we're diving deep into AI and technology in our daily lives. Welcome back to Artificial Fluency Podcast. I'm Taylor, and this episode is specifically crafted for intermediate English learners at B1 and B2 levels who want to engage with one of the most important topics of our time, artificial intelligence and technology. Whether you realize it or not, AI has already become an integral part of our daily routines. From the moment you wake up and check your smartphone to the recommendations you receive on streaming services, artificial intelligence is quietly working in the background of our lives. But this episode isn't just about understanding technology, it's about mastering the English language skills you need to discuss, debate, and navigate our increasingly digital world. Today's exploration includes: we'll start by building essential AI and technology vocabulary that you hear every day in news, conversations, and online. Then, we'll explore how to express opinions about technology using advanced grammar structures. Next, we'll examine the impact of AI on different aspects of life: education, work, entertainment, and relationships. Finally, we'll practice future predictions and discuss ethical questions surrounding artificial intelligence. By the end of our hour together, you'll have mastered over 50 technology-related terms, practiced complex grammar for expressing opinions and making predictions, and gained the confidence to participate in meaningful conversations about one of the most fascinating topics of the 21st century. Are you ready to explore the fascinating intersection of language, technology, and the future? Let's power up and begin. Before we can have sophisticated conversations about artificial intelligence, we need to build a solid foundation of technology vocabulary. Let's start with the fundamental concepts that you encounter daily. Core AI and technology terms. Artificial intelligence. AI. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. Computer systems that can perform tasks typically requiring human intelligence. Algorithm. Algorithm. A set of rules or instructions for solving problems. Machine learning. Machine learning. AI systems that improve automatically through experience. Data. Data. Information used by computers to make decisions. Automation. Automation. Technology performing tasks without human intervention. Let me put these terms into context with a real-world example. The music streaming app uses artificial intelligence to analyze your listening data. Its algorithm learns from your preferences through machine learning, and then automation suggests new songs you might enjoy. This entire process happens without human intervention. Daily technology vocabulary. Smartphone, mobile phone with advanced computing capabilities. App, application, software program designed for mobile devices. Cloud storage, storing data on internet servers rather than local devices. Streaming, watching or listening to content online without downloading. Social media, online platforms for sharing content and communicating. E-commerce, buying and selling goods online. Advanced AI terminology. Chatbot, chatbot, AI program designed to simulate conversation. Virtual assistant, AI software that performs tasks through voice commands. Neural network, computer system modeled on the human brain. Deep learning, advanced machine learning using neural networks. Big data, extremely large data sets that require special tools to analyze. Predictive analytics, using data to forecast future events. Grammar focus, present perfect for technology changes. When discussing how technology has evolved, we frequently use present perfect. Artificial intelligence has revolutionized many industries. Smartphones have become essential tools for daily life. Social media has changed how we communicate. Machine learning has made significant advances recently. This tense emphasizes the connection between past developments and current reality. Technology in different sectors. Healthcare AI. Diagnosis, identifying medical conditions. Telemedicine, remote medical consultations. Wearable devices, technology you wear to monitor health. Medical imaging, using AI to analyze X-rays, MRIs, etc. Education technology. E-learning, learning through electronic technology. Online courses, educational programs delivered via internet. Interactive software, programs that respond to user input. Adaptive learning, AI that adjusts to individual learning styles. Transportation innovation, autonomous vehicles, self-driving cars. GPS navigation, satellite-based location services. Ride-sharing, services like Uber and Lyft. Electric vehicles, cars powered by electricity rather than gasoline. Here's something fascinating about technology vocabulary. Many terms are quite new to English. Words like smartphone only became common in the 2000s, and machine learning was mainly academic until recently. This shows how quickly language adapts to technological change. Internet and digital communication. Browser, software for accessing websites. Search engine, system for finding information online. Website, collection of web pages with related content. Social network, online community of users who share content. Video call, real-time video communication over internet. Instant messaging, sending text messages immediately. Grammar point, modal verbs for technology capabilities. When describing what technology can do, we use modal verbs. Can, for current abilities. AI can recognize faces in photographs. Smartphones can translate languages instantly. Could, for potential or past abilities. This technology could revolutionize education. Before GPS, we couldn't navigate as easily. Might or may, for uncertain possibilities. AI might replace some jobs in the future. This app may not work on older devices. Describing technology features. Positive adjectives: user-friendly, innovative, efficient, reliable, cutting-edge, intuitive. Potential concerns: addictive, invasive, overwhelming, unreliable, outdated. Technology problems and solutions. Common issues: crash, when software stops working suddenly. Bug, error in computer software. Virus, malicious software that damages systems. Hack, unauthorized access to computer systems. Spam, unwanted electronic messages. Solutions: update, install newer version of software. Backup, create copies of important data. Antivirus, software that protects against malicious programs. Password protection, using secret codes to secure accounts. Encryption, converting data into secure code. Let me share a technology story that illustrates many of these concepts. Last month, my laptop crashed while I was working on an important presentation. Fortunately, I had backed up my data to cloud storage. I was able to access the file from my smartphone, make quick edits using a mobile app, and send it to my colleague through instant messaging. This experience showed me how interconnected our devices have become. Future technology predictions. Virtual reality, VR, computer-generated simulation of real environment. Augmented reality, AR, overlay of digital information on real world. Internet of Things, IoT, everyday objects connected to internet. 5G technology, fifth generation of wireless communication. Quantum computing, extremely powerful type of computing. Biotechnology, technology based on biological systems. Useful expressions for technology discussions. The rapid pace of technological advancement, discussing speed of change. AI has the potential to, expressing possibilities. One of the main advantages/disadvantages is presenting arguments. Technology has made it possible to, describing capabilities. There are concerns about, introducing problems or worries. Let's practice pronunciation of some challenging technology terms. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. Pause. Algorithm. Rhythm. Pause. Automation. Automation. Pause. Neural network. Neural network. Common technology collocations. Install software or an app. Download files, music, videos. Upload photos, documents. Stream videos, music. Browse the internet, websites. Search for information. Connect to Wi-Fi, the internet. Charge your phone or device. Understanding these fundamental concepts gives us the tools to explore how AI is transforming different aspects of our lives. In our next segment, we'll examine the real-world applications and impacts of artificial intelligence. Now that we have our vocabulary foundation, let's explore how artificial intelligence is actually transforming our daily experiences. From the moment you wake up to your evening entertainment, AI is probably influencing more of your day than you realize. AI in your morning routine. Think about a typical morning. Your smartphone's alarm uses AI to analyze your sleep patterns and wake you during lighter sleep phases. When you check the weather, AI algorithms process massive amounts of meteorological data to give you accurate forecasts. Your coffee machine might be programmed to start brewing at the perfect time based on your usual schedule. AI in entertainment and media. Recommendation systems. AI suggests movies, music, or products based on your preferences. Content personalization. Social media feeds tailored to your interests. Streaming algorithms. Platforms like Netflix and Spotify use AI to curate content. Gaming AI, intelligent opponents and realistic game environments. News aggregation. AI collects and organizes news stories relevant to you. Here's a practical example. Netflix has transformed how we discover entertainment. Instead of browsing through thousands of movies randomly, AI analyzes your viewing history, the time of day you watch, what you rate highly, and even how long you watch before turning something off. This data creates a personalized experience that has revolutionized the entertainment industry. Grammar focus. Present continuous for current changes. When discussing ongoing technological transformations, we use present continuous. AI is changing the way we work. Companies are implementing new AI systems. People are becoming more dependent on technology. Society is adapting to these rapid changes. AI in the workplace. Automation of tasks. Data analysis. AI processes large data sets faster than humans. Customer service. Chatbots handle basic inquiries. Scheduling. AI optimizes calendars and meetings. Email management. Smart filters and automated responses. Document processing. AI extracts information from forms and contracts. New job categories. AI specialist. Expert in artificial intelligence systems. Data scientist. Professional who analyzes complex data sets. Machine learning engineer. Developer of AI learning systems. AI ethics consultant. Advisor on responsible AI implementation. Automation specialist. Expert in workplace automation systems. Jobs at risk versus jobs enhanced. Potentially automated. Routine data entry. Basic customer service. Simple manufacturing tasks. Basic bookkeeping. Repetitive administrative work. Enhanced by AI. Medical diagnosis. Doctors using AI tools. Financial analysis. Analysts with AI assistance. Creative work. Designers using AI for inspiration. Education. Teachers with personalized learning tools. Research. Scientists using AI for data analysis. It's important to understand that AI isn't simply replacing human workers, it's changing the nature of work itself. Many jobs are being enhanced rather than eliminated. For example, doctors are using AI to detect patterns in medical imaging that human eyes might miss, but they still need human judgment to interpret results and interact with patients. AI in education. Personalized learning. Adaptive platforms, systems that adjust difficulty based on student performance. Intelligent tutoring, AI provides customized instruction. Automated grading, AI evaluates tests and assignments. Learning analytics, tracking student progress and identifying problems. Language learning apps, AI-powered pronunciation correction and conversation practice. Educational technology vocabulary. E-learning platform, online system for delivering education. Virtual classroom, online space for teaching and learning. Interactive content, educational material that responds to user input. Assessment tools, technology for testing and evaluating students. Digital literacy, ability to use technology effectively. AI in transportation, smart transportation systems. Traffic optimization, AI manages traffic lights and flow. Route planning, GPS systems find optimal paths. Autonomous vehicles, self-driving cars and trucks. Predictive maintenance, AI predicts when vehicles need service. Ride-sharing algorithms, matching passengers with drivers efficiently. Grammar point, future predictions with will and going to. Will for predictions based on opinion. AI will revolutionize transportation within the next decade. Autonomous vehicles will become commonplace. Going to for predictions based on current evidence. Based on current trends, we're going to see more AI in healthcare. Companies are going to invest heavily in machine learning. AI in healthcare. Medical applications. Diagnostic imaging. AI analyzes X-rays, MRIs, and CT scans. Drug discovery. AI accelerates development of new medications. Personalized treatment. AI customizes therapy based on individual patient data. Remote monitoring. Wearable devices track health continuously. Surgical assistance. AI-guided robotic surgery. Healthcare technology terms. telemedicine, remote medical consultations via technology. Wearable sensors, devices that monitor vital signs. Electronic health records, digital patient information systems. AI diagnosis, computer-assisted medical diagnosis. Precision medicine, treatment tailored to individual genetic makeup. AI in financial services. Banking and finance AI. Fraud detection, AI identifies suspicious transactions. Credit scoring, AI evaluates loan applications. Algorithmic trading, AI makes investment decisions. Personal finance apps, AI helps manage budgets and savings. Customer service chatbots, AI handles banking inquiries. Let me share a fascinating development in AI, the rise of digital assistants that are becoming increasingly sophisticated. These aren't just simple voice commands anymore. Modern AI assistants can understand context, remember previous conversations, and even detect emotion in your voice to provide more appropriate responses. Expressing opinions about AI impact. Positive viewpoints. AI has the potential to solve complex global problems. I believe AI will make our lives more convenient and efficient. In my opinion, AI could democratize access to education and healthcare. Concerned viewpoints. I'm worried about the privacy implications of AI. There are concerns about AI replacing human jobs. Some people fear that AI might become too powerful. Balanced viewpoints. While AI offers many benefits, we need to address the risks. AI has great potential, but we must ensure it's developed responsibly. The impact of AI will likely be both positive and challenging. Grammar focus, expressing degrees of certainty. High certainty. AI will definitely change how we work. There's no doubt that technology is advancing rapidly. Medium certainty. AI will probably create new types of jobs. It's likely that automation will increase. Low certainty. AI might eventually understand human emotions. It's possible that robots could become companions. Advanced discussion vocabulary. Transformation, complete change in form or appearance. Revolutionary, involving dramatic change. Implementation, the process of putting something into action. Integration, combining different systems or parts. Optimization, making something as effective as possible. Disruption, interruption of normal processes by innovation. Here's something thought-provoking. AI systems are increasingly making decisions that affect our lives, from determining which job applications get reviewed to deciding what content we see on social media. This raises important questions about transparency, fairness, and accountability that we'll explore more in our next segment. Common expressions for discussing change. Technology is reshaping the way we, describing transformation. The rapid advancement of AI has led to discussing consequences. As AI becomes more sophisticated, describing development. The integration of AI into daily life means that explaining implications. Understanding how AI impacts different sectors helps us appreciate both its potential and its challenges. In our next segment, we'll explore the ethical considerations and future implications of artificial intelligence.
As AI becomes more powerful and prevalent, we face important ethical questions that will shape the future of our society. Today's English learners need to understand and discuss these complex issues, as they'll likely be central to many conversations and decisions in your personal and professional lives. Privacy and data protection. One of the most pressing concerns about AI is how it uses our personal information. Every click, search, and interaction generates data that AI systems use to make predictions about our behavior. Privacy-related vocabulary. Personal data. Information that can identify an individual. Data collection. Gathering information about users. Privacy settings. Controls for limiting information sharing. Data breach. Unauthorized access to private information. Surveillance. Systematic observation or monitoring. Anonymization. Removing identifying information from data. Consent. permission to use personal information. Consider this scenario. Your fitness app tracks your daily steps, heart rate, and sleep patterns. This data helps the AI provide personalized health recommendations. However, this same information could potentially be used by insurance companies to assess your health risks or by employers to evaluate your lifestyle. The question becomes, who owns this data and how should it be used? Grammar focus: conditional sentences for ethical scenarios. Second conditional for hypothetical situations. If AI had access to all our personal data, would we lose our privacy? If robots could think like humans, what rights would they have? Third conditional for past ethical decisions. If we had regulated AI development earlier, we might have avoided some current problems. If companies had been more transparent about data usage, people would have trusted them more. Bias and fairness in AI. AI systems learn from data, and if that data contains human biases, the AI will perpetuate and potentially amplify those biases. Bias-related terms. Algorithmic bias, unfair treatment resulting from automated systems. Discrimination, treating groups of people differently based on characteristics. Representation, ensuring all groups are fairly included. Equality, everyone having the same rights and opportunities. Fairness, treating people justly and without favoritism. Diversity, including people from different backgrounds. Inclusive, designed to include everyone. Employment and economic impact. Job displacement versus job creation. Displacement, workers losing jobs to automation. Retraining, learning new skills for different jobs. Upskilling, developing more advanced abilities. Economic inequality, gap between rich and poor people. Universal basic income, government payment to all citizens. Labor market, the supply and demand for workers. Here's a complex economic question. While AI might eliminate some traditional jobs, it's also creating entirely new industries and opportunities. The challenge isn't just technological, it's social. How do we ensure that the benefits of AI are distributed fairly across society, and that people whose jobs are automated have opportunities to transition to new roles? AI governance and regulation. Policy-related vocabulary. Regulation, official rules controlling AI development and use. Compliance, following established rules and standards. Accountability, being responsible for AI system decisions. Transparency, making AI processes clear and understandable. Audit, systematic examination of AI systems. Standards, established requirements for AI development. Ethics committee, group overseeing responsible AI development. Future predictions and speculation. Grammar point, future continuous and future perfect. Future continuous for ongoing future actions. In 10 years, AI will be managing most of our daily schedules. By 2030, people will be working alongside AI assistants regularly. Future perfect for completed future actions. By 2035, AI will have revolutionized medical diagnosis. In the next decade, autonomous vehicles will have become mainstream. Emerging AI technologies. Advanced AI concepts. Artificial general intelligence, AI with human-level cognitive abilities. Superintelligence, AI that surpasses human intelligence. Quantum AI, AI systems using quantum computing. Brain-computer interfaces, direct connections between brain and computer. Synthetic biology, engineering biological systems. Nanotechnology, manipulation of matter at atomic scale. Potential future scenarios. Optimistic predictions. AI could solve climate change through better energy management. Medical AI might eliminate many diseases. Educational AI could provide personalized learning for everyone. AI assistants could handle routine tasks, freeing humans for creative work. Cautious predictions. Society will need to adapt laws and institutions for AI integration. New forms of digital divide might emerge between AI literate and AI illiterate populations. Cybersecurity will become increasingly important as AI systems become targets. Concerning predictions. Massive job displacement could create social instability. AI surveillance could threaten democratic freedoms. Autonomous weapons could change the nature of warfare. It's important to note that these aren't inevitable futures. They're possibilities that depend on the choices we make today about AI development, regulation, and implementation. Expressing future uncertainty. High probability. AI will almost certainly become more integrated into daily life. It's virtually guaranteed that AI will continue advancing. Medium probability. There's a good chance that AI will transform education. It's quite likely that autonomous vehicles will become common. Low probability. It's conceivable that AI might develop consciousness. There's a slight possibility that AI could become uncontrollable. AI ethics discussion vocabulary. Moral responsibility, being accountable for right and wrong actions. Human dignity, inherent worth and respect owed to people. Autonomy, independence and self-determination. Justice, fair treatment and respect for rights. Beneficence, doing good and helping others. Non-maleficence, avoiding harm. Consent, voluntary agreement. Advanced grammar, complex conditional structures. Mixed conditionals for complex scenarios. If AI systems were perfectly unbiased, which they're not, we would still need human oversight. If we had started regulating AI earlier, we wouldn't be facing these ethical dilemmas now. Inverted conditionals for formal discussion. Should AI achieve general intelligence, humanity would face unprecedented challenges. Were AI to be developed without ethical guidelines, the consequences could be severe. Global perspectives on AI development. Different countries and cultures approach AI development with varying priorities and concerns. Innovation-focused approach, prioritizing technological advancement. Regulation-first approach, emphasizing safety and ethical guidelines. Human-centered approach, keeping human welfare as the primary concern. Economic competitiveness approach, focusing on national advantage. Here's a fascinating linguistic note. The way we talk about AI reveals our attitudes towards it. Notice how we use metaphors like AI learning, machine thinking, or algorithmic decisions. These phrases anthropomorphize technology. We give it human characteristics. This linguistic choice affects how we perceive and interact with AI systems. Useful expressions for ethical discussions. From an ethical standpoint, introducing moral considerations. The dilemma we face is presenting complex choices. On one hand, on the other hand, comparing different perspectives. The implications of this are discussing consequences. We need to balance with weighing competing interests. Personal responsibility in the AI age. As individuals, we also have responsibilities. Digital literacy. Understanding how AI systems work. Critical thinking. Questioning AI recommendations and decisions. Privacy awareness. Being conscious of data sharing. Lifelong learning. Continuously adapting to technological change. Civic engagement. Participating in discussions about AI policy. The ethical landscape of AI is complex and evolving. In our final segment, we'll practice having nuanced conversations about these challenging topics. Now let's put everything together by practicing sophisticated conversations about AI and technology. These are the kinds of discussions you'll encounter in academic, professional, and social settings as AI becomes increasingly central to public discourse. Conversation 1. Workplace AI implementation. Manager. We're considering implementing AI chatbots for our customer service department. What are your thoughts on this proposal? Employee. I can see the potential benefits. AI could handle routine inquiries 24/7 and free up our human staff for more complex issues. However, I'm concerned about maintaining the personal touch that our customers value. Manager. That's a valid concern. How do you think we could balance efficiency with personalization? Employee. Perhaps we could use AI for initial screening and simple questions, but ensure that complex or sensitive issues are always escalated to human representatives. We could also train the AI to recognize when customers seem frustrated and transfer them immediately. I like that hybrid approach. What about the impact on our current customer service team?
That's crucial to consider. Rather than replacing staff, we should retrain them for higher-level roles like relationship management and complex problem-solving. This way, AI becomes a tool that enhances human capabilities rather than replacing them. Conversation 2. AI in education debate. Teacher, I've been reading about AI tutoring systems that can personalize learning for each student. Do you think this could improve educational outcomes? Parent, it sounds promising in theory, but I worry about children becoming too dependent on technology. Don't you think there's value in struggling through problems and developing resilience? Teacher, you raise an excellent point. I think the key is how we implement these tools. AI could handle drilling basic skills or providing immediate feedback, allowing teachers more time for creative projects and social-emotional learning. Parent, I suppose my concern is about screen time and the social aspects of learning. Children learn so much from interacting with peers and teachers. Absolutely. I envision AI as supporting classroom learning, not replacing it. For instance, AI could identify which students need extra help with specific concepts, allowing me to form targeted small groups or peer tutoring partnerships. Parent, that makes more sense. So AI would help you teach more effectively rather than replace teaching itself. Exactly. The goal should be to enhance human connection and learning, not diminish it. Debate phrases for balanced discussions. You raise an excellent point. I suppose my concern is, I envision, the goal should be to. Conversation 3. AI and privacy. Friend A, I just read that my fitness app has been selling data about my exercise habits to insurance companies. I had no idea this was happening. Friend B, that's really concerning. Did you read the privacy policy when you downloaded the app? A, honestly, no. Those things are so long and complicated. But shouldn't there be stronger protections for personal health data? B, I agree that privacy policies should be clearer, but I also think we need to take more responsibility for understanding what we're agreeing to. The convenience of these apps come with trade-offs. A, but how can ordinary people be expected to understand complex data policies? It feels like these companies are taking advantage of our lack of technical knowledge. B, you're right that there's an unfair burden on consumers. Maybe the solution is a combination of simpler, standardized privacy notices and stronger regulations about how sensitive data can be used. A, what would you do in my situation? Should I delete the app? B, that depends on your priorities. You could look for alternative apps with better privacy practices, or keep using it but adjust your privacy settings. The important thing is making an informed choice. Privacy discussion phrases. That's really concerning. There's an unfair burden on. The important thing is, that depends on your priorities. Conversation 4. Future AI developments. Student A, do you think AI will ever become truly conscious like in science fiction movies? Student B, that's one of the most fascinating questions in AI research. Currently, we don't even have a clear definition of consciousness, let alone a way to measure it in machines. A, but AI systems are already showing some surprising behaviors. ChatGPT can write poetry and seem to understand emotions. B, true, but there's a difference between simulating understanding and actually experiencing consciousness. AI might be getting better at mimicking human responses without having genuine subjective experiences. A, how would we even know if an AI became conscious? It's not like we can ask it directly and trust the answer. B, exactly. That's what philosophers call the problem of other minds. We can't directly access anyone else's consciousness, human or artificial. We infer it from behavior and self-reports. A, so if an AI claimed to be conscious and acted like it was experiencing emotions, we might never know if it was real or just very sophisticated programming. B, right, and that raises profound questions about how we should treat such systems. If there's even a possibility they're conscious, do we have moral obligations toward them? A, now you're making my head spin. These questions are way more complex than I initially thought. B, welcome to the fascinating world of AI ethics. The more you learn, the more questions you discover. Advanced discussion phrases. That's one of the most fascinating questions. There's a difference between and. That raises profound questions about. Welcome to the fascinating world of. Grammar review for AI conversations. Expressing possibility and uncertainty. AI might eventually develop consciousness. There could be unintended consequences. It's likely that AI will become more sophisticated. Comparing present and future. While current AI systems can process information, future AI might actually understand it. Although today's chatbots seem intelligent, true AI consciousness remains hypothetical. Expressing contrasting views. On one hand, AI offers tremendous benefits. On the other hand, it poses significant risks. Some experts believe AI will solve humanity's problems, whereas others worry it could create new ones. Notice how these conversations demonstrate several important communication skills: active listening, respectful disagreement, building on others' ideas, and acknowledging complexity rather than oversimplifying issues. Essential phrases for technology debates. Introducing ideas. From my perspective, the way I see it, I'd argue that. Acknowledging others. That's a fair point, but I hadn't considered that angle. You've convinced me that. Expressing uncertainty. I'm not entirely sure about. It's difficult to predict. The jury's still out on. Practical AI conversation tips. Stay informed but humble. Technology changes rapidly. Acknowledge what you don't know. Consider multiple perspectives. AI affects different people differently. Focus on specific examples. Abstract concepts become clearer with concrete illustrations. Ask clarifying questions. What do you mean by? Helps deepen understanding. Connect to personal experience. How has AI already affected your daily life? Quick grammar tip for technology discussions. When discussing AI capabilities, pay attention to verb choice. AI can recognize patterns. AI is learning to understand context. AI will be able to reason like humans. AI has revolutionized data analysis. These conversation skills will serve you well, not just for AI discussions, but for any complex topic requiring nuanced thinking. The ability to explore ideas collaboratively, acknowledge uncertainty, and build understanding together is essential for effective communication in our rapidly changing world. What an incredible exploration we've had today into the intersection of artificial intelligence, technology, and the English language. Let's reflect on the ground we've covered in our digital learning adventure. Today's technological journey, vocabulary mastery. We've built a comprehensive toolkit of over 50 AI and technology terms, from fundamental concepts like algorithm and machine learning to advanced terminology like neural networks and predictive analytics. Grammar proficiency. We've practiced essential structures for technology discussions: present perfect for describing changes, modal verbs for expressing capabilities and possibilities, conditionals for exploring ethical scenarios, and future tenses for making predictions. Real-world applications. We've examined how AI is transforming education, healthcare, transportation, entertainment, and the workplace, giving you the knowledge and language to participate in meaningful conversations about these changes. Critical thinking skills. We've explored complex ethical questions about privacy, bias, job displacement, and the future of human-AI relationships, developing the vocabulary and argumentation skills to engage with these challenging topics. Conversation confidence. We've practiced sophisticated dialogues that demonstrate how to discuss AI respectfully, acknowledge different perspectives, and navigate complex topics with nuance and intellectual humility.
Key phrases you can use immediately. AI has the potential to, expressing possibilities. From an ethical standpoint, introducing moral considerations. The rapid advancement of technology has led to, discussing change. There's a difference between and, making important distinctions. It's likely that AI will, making informed predictions. Here's something remarkable about today's topic. We've been discussing artificial intelligence while demonstrating human intelligence, our uniquely human ability to question, debate, imagine different futures, and grapple with moral complexity. These are the skills that will remain valuable no matter how advanced AI becomes. This week's AI challenge. Technology audit. Notice how AI affects your daily routine and practice describing it in English. Future predictions. Use future tenses to discuss where you think AI is heading. Ethical reflection. Practice expressing your views on AI privacy and fairness. Conversation practice. Discuss AI topics with friends, colleagues, or classmates. Stay curious. Follow one AI news story this week and practice summarizing it. Looking ahead. Next week, we'll explore environmental consciousness and sustainable living, another crucial topic for our future that requires both global awareness and personal action. Community engagement. I'd love to hear your thoughts on AI. Email me at taylor@artificialfluency.com and share how AI has impacted your work or studies, your predictions about AI's future role in society, questions about AI ethics or technology vocabulary, examples of AI in your daily life. Your insights might inspire future episodes. Final reflection. As we navigate this age of artificial intelligence, remember that our human capacities for empathy, creativity, ethical reasoning, and meaningful communication become more valuable, not less. Learning English isn't just about language acquisition, it's about developing the tools to participate thoughtfully in the global conversations shaping our future. Quote to remember, the goal is not to replace human intelligence with artificial intelligence, but to augment human intelligence with artificial intelligence, creating possibilities we've never imagined before. Thank you for exploring the fascinating world of AI and technology with me today. Keep questioning, keep learning, and remember, in a world of artificial intelligence, your human curiosity and communication skills are your greatest assets. Until next time, this is Taylor from Artificial Fluency Podcast. Stay curious, embrace the future thoughtfully, and keep practicing your English with confidence.